different conditions. Okay, different conditions based on the intercepts it makes with the axis and all. Right. So I'll write the questions. I'll give you 2-3 minutes. Then we'll solve these questions. Right. So write the first question. First question is, find the equation of the circle. I'll write the question. Find the equation of the circle. The equation of the circle concentric. Find the equation of the circle concentric with the circle concentric with the circle x square plus y square minus 8x plus 6y minus 5 equal to 0, and passing through the point and passing through the point minus 2 comma minus 7. Okay, so you have to find the equation of the circle which is concentric with this circle and is passing through the point minus 2 comma minus 7. Okay. Find the equation of the circle. I'll give you 2 minutes, then we'll solve this. Okay, so let's see. So this question is very simple. So they have given the equation of the circle which is concentric with the circle, and the equation of the circle they have given. Okay, and the equation of one of the circle is given with whom the other circle is concentric and passing through the point minus 2 comma minus 7. Fine. So that means the center of the circle will be the center of, so basically the circle is given, one of the circle is given, and they have given that the center of the circle will be minus g comma minus f. What is the value of g here? G is 4 and f is, g is minus 4 and f is plus 3. Okay, so minus g will be the center of the circle given will be minus of minus 4, and the center f minus f will be minus of 3. Okay, so this will be the center of the circle, that is 4 comma 3. Okay, so I'll write 4 comma 3. Okay, so if I write the equation of the circle which is concentric with this circle, suppose the circle is something like this, the circle is something like this, and circle is something like this, and is passing through which point? A point which is given is minus 2 comma minus 7. Okay, so I can write let the equation let the equation let the equation of circle be let the equation of the circle be x square plus y square minus 8x plus 6y plus lambda equal to 0. X square plus y square minus 8x plus 6y plus lambda is equal to 0. Why I can write the exact equation like this? Because the equation of the circle will have same center. So if the circle has same center, then these part will exactly be same. The only thing which will change is lambda. How can I find this value of lambda? I can find this value of lambda by substituting minus 2 comma minus 7 in the equation of the circle. By equating minus 2 comma minus 7 in the equation of the circle. Okay. So when I substitute minus 2 comma minus 7 in this circle, so I'll get 4 plus 49. 4 plus 49 minus 8 into 2. Minus 8 into minus 2. So this is plus 16 plus 6 into minus 7. 6 into minus 7. The same 6 minus 42. Minus of 42 plus lambda is equal to 0. I'll get minus of 42 plus lambda is equal to 0. Okay. When I solve this, so what will I get? I will get the equation. So this is after solving this, what we will get? We will get lambda is equals to minus of 27. We'll get the value of lambda. So if we have got the value of lambda, then what will be my equation of the circle? What will be my equation of the circle? It will be x square plus y square minus 8x plus 6y plus minus 27 equal to 0. This will be the equation of the circle which we have to find. Okay, this is one of the method of solving it. Just check it, then we solve by using another method. We solve by using another method. Okay, fine. Second method will be already the center of the circle is given. Already the center of the circle is given. The center of the circle is 4 comma minus 3. The center of the circle is 4 comma minus 3, and this circle is passing through a point. This circle is passing through a point minus 2 comma minus 7. The circle is passing through a point minus 2 comma minus 7. So what we can do? We can find the radius of the circle. We can find the radius of the circle which we have to find. We will find the radius of the circle whose equation we have to find. So the radius of the circle will be 4 minus of minus 2 whole square plus minus 3 minus of minus 7 whole square under. This will be the radius. This will be the radius using the point distance between 2 points. This will be the equation of this will be the value of the radius. So this will give you under root of 4 plus 6. 4 plus 2, 6. So 6 is square plus minus 3 plus 7. So this is 4 square. Okay, so this gives you 36 plus 16. So this gives you 52 under root of 52. Okay, so already radius is given under root of 52. Center is given 4 comma minus 3. So the equation of the circle will be x minus 4 whole square plus y minus of minus 3, that is 5 plus 3 whole square is equals to 50. Okay, if I'll solve, I will get exactly the same equation, which is x square plus y square minus 8x plus 6y minus 27 equal to 0. Even after solving this, I will get the same thing, that is x square plus y square plus, minus 8x plus 6y minus 27 equal to 0. Everybody understood these two parts? Fine. Okay. Now let's move on to the next question. Write down the next question. Write down. The sides of the squares are the sides of square are the side of the square are x is equals to 2, x is equals to 3, y equals to 1, and y is equals to 2. These are the sides of the square. These are given sides of the square. Find the equation of the circle. Now you have to find the equation of the circle. Find the equation of the circle drawn on the diagonals of the square. Drawn on the diagonals of the square as its diameter. As its diameter. So what they have given is, they are giving you the four sides of the square. X is equals to 2, x is equals to 3, y is equals to 1, and y is equals to 2. Okay, these are the four sides of the square, and they are saying that on the square, if we draw the diagonals, then using those diagonals, if I'll that diagonals, if I take as a diameter, then you have to find the equation of the circle, which is drawn as the diameter using the sides diagonal of the square. Okay, so you find the equation of the circle. Okay, solve this. Okay, let's try to solve this one. So suppose if I try to draw the square whose sides are given, if I try to draw the square whose sides are given, so suppose this is x-axis, sorry, y-axis and x-axis. So this is x-axis and this is y-axis. So they have given the four sides. They have given the four sides of the square. Okay, the four sides of the square they have given as x is equals to 2. So this will be x is equals to 2. Suppose this is x is equals to 2, and this will be x is equals to 3. X is equals to 3. This will be x is equals to 2 line. This will be x is equals to 3 line. Okay. So one of the side is this, one of the side is this. Y is equals to 1. Y is equals to 1 is this side. Y is equals to 1, and y is equals to 2 is this one. Fine. Y is equals to 1 and y is equals to 2 is this. Okay. So basically, this will be that square. This is that square which they are talking about. This is that square which they are talking about. This is the square they are talking about. Fine. So what we can do, and this is the diagonal. This diagonal will be used as a diameter and they will form a circle. This diagonal they will use as a diameter and they will form a circle. So they are talking about this circle using this as a diagonal. This as a diameter, diagonal of the square. Fine. So what we can do, we can find these 2 points. We can find these 2 points. If we have got these 2 points, then these will be the extremes of the diameter. Okay. If we have 2 extremes of the diameter, suppose x1 y1 and x2 y2. If we have these 2 points as the extreme of the diameter, the equation of the circle will be given by x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 equal to 0. X minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 is equals into y minus y2 will be equal to 0. This will be the equation of the circle if the diagonal, if the extremes of the diameter is known to us. If the extremes of the diameter is known to us. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll just try to find out the extremes of the diameter. Okay, so this is the line y is equals to 2. So any point on this line, the y coordinate will be 2. Any point on this line, the y coordinate will be 2, and this line is x is equals to 3. Any point on this line, the x coordinate will be 3. So that means this one of the point of extreme is 3, 2. One of the point of extreme is 3, 2. Let's look at this one. Any point on this line will have x coordinate as 2. So this x coordinate as 2, and any point on this line will have y coordinate as 1. So this point will be 2, so the extremes are 2, 1 and 3, the extremes will be 2, 1 and 3, 2. Okay, so instead of x1 by 1, x1, x2 and y1 by 2, I will substitute 3, 2 and 2, 1. Okay, so these will be my two extremes. So I just substitute. So x minus 3 into x minus 2 plus y minus 2 into y minus 1 equal to 0. So x minus 3 into x minus 2 plus y minus 2 into y minus 1 will be equal to 0. So if I solve this one, so this is x minus 3 into x minus 2 plus y minus 2 into y minus 1 equal to 0. So this will become x square minus 5x plus 6 plus y square minus 3x, minus 3y plus 2 equal to 0. So this will become x square plus y square minus 5x minus 3y plus 8 equal to 0. So this will be the required equation of the circle which is asked from us. Understood? This will be the required equation of the circle which has been asked from us. Okay, let's look at this. Okay, then we move on to the next question. Let's look at this. We'll move on to the next question. Okay, now next. Right now.
Hello, Amit sir. Sorry
Yes.
to interrupt. Hello.
Yeah, yes, sir. Tell me.
There is a small information that I need to pass to the students.
Okay.
So sorry to interruption. It
Ah,
just
it's
take
fine,
2
sir.
minutes. Yeah. So dear students, this particular class will end by 10:30 today, and by that time I'll be providing a link. That is the link where the NEET students are taking up the classes. So I will share the link in this chat box. So sharing that link, please log into that and go for that class, because there will be a talk by Murli sir for you people for around 10 to 15 minutes. So he wants everyone to listen to that. So we will end the classes by 10:30 here. Amit sir will end the class by 10:30 around. And by that time, I'll provide a link in the chat. Using that link, you can log into that particular message that sir is going to tell to you. It will take around 15 minutes. So after that, you have a physics class at 10:50. It won't happen at 10:50, but it may start by 11 o'clock. Then you have to again log into your JE link and come to this class for the same. Is there any doubts for anybody? Please chat me and ask me right now. You can even chat to everyone publicly also. I just made it like that. I'll give you 1 minute time. If there is any doubt in what I said, please ask. Am I audible to everyone? At least somebody can say that. Okay, fine, very good. So it's very simple. By 10:30, around 10:30, when sir finishes a particular question, sir will stop. So I'll give you the link. Using that, you can log into that NEET class where Murli sir is there. He wants to talk to everyone. After that, you can come back to your original thing, JE1, and Murli sir will continue with physics class for you people. Hope everyone understood. Thank you. So Amit sir, you can continue.
Yeah, okay, sir. Fine. Okay, so let's start the next question. Right? Let's see. So you have to find, so the question is find the equation of the circle. Find the equation of the circle whose diameter is the line whose diameter is the line joining the points whose diameter is a line joining the points -4, 3 and 12, -1. Also find the intercept by also find the intercepts. Also find the intercept made by it on y-axis. Intercept made by it on y-axis. Okay. So basically what they're asking is find the equation of a circle whose diameter is the line joining the points -4, 3 and 12, -1, and also find the intercept made by it on the y-axis. Okay. So basically the finding the equation of the circle using the diameter, this will be exactly same as the previous one, but in this case you just have to find the intercepts made by the circle on the axis. Yeah, in this case it is y-axis. Okay. Then okay, so let's start solving. So the equation of the circle using these two as a diameter, we already know will be nothing but x minus of -4. So this will be x plus 4 into x minus of 12, x minus 12 plus y minus 3 into y plus 1 equal to 0. X minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2. X minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 is equal to 0. This will be the equation of the circle. Okay, and already the extremes of the diameter is given. Now they are asking you to find the intercepts also. They are asking you to find the intercepts also. So I'll write it once again. So this is x plus 4 into x minus 12 plus y minus 3 into y plus equal to 0. So this will be the equation of the circle. This will be the equation of the circle using the given information, using the extreme point of the diameter. Okay. So if I solve this, this will become x square plus, sorry, minus 8x, x square plus minus 8x minus 48 plus y square minus 2y minus 3 equal to 0. So the equation of the circle will become x square plus y square minus 8x minus 2y x square plus y square minus 8x minus 2y minus 8x minus 2y minus 51 equal to 0. Minus 8x minus 2y minus 51 equal to 0. Okay. Now see, if they are asking you to find the intercept, the best way to solve is, suppose this is the circle. Suppose this is the circle given by any general equation, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. This is the equation of the circle. X square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. And they're asking you to find the intercept. Suppose this is y-axis and this is x-axis. Okay, so this will be the y-intercept. This part from here till here, this will be the y-intercept, and from this part from here till here, this will be the x-intercept. This will be the x-intercept. This is the x-intercept. This part is x-intercept, and this part is y-intercept. Okay, so this part from here till here it is y-intercept, and this part from here till here it is x-intercept. So simply just remember this. So x-intercept will be given by 2 under the root of g square minus c. Okay, and y-intercept will be given by something similar to this, and y-intercept will be given by 2 under root of f square minus c. So what is x-intercept? 2 under root of g square minus c, and y-intercept will be 2 under root of f square minus c. In this case, what is the value of c? The value of c is nothing but 51. Sorry, value of c is minus 51. Value of c is minus 51. Okay. So in this case, they are asking you to find the y-intercept. So you will get 2 under the root of f square minus c. So this is 2 under the root of f square. What is the value of f? F is here 1. So f is here, sorry, f is here minus 1. So this is minus 1 whole square minus of c. C is what? Minus 51. So this is minus 51. This is nothing but 2 under the root of 52, or 4 under the root of 30. So this will be the value of y-intercept. Understood? Just check it once and remember these two. Remember any one of them. The other one you will always remember. Okay? If you remember one of them, you can remember the other one. So this is 2 under root of g square minus t is x-intercept, and 2 under root of f square minus c is y-intercept. Okay? Just check it once, then we move on to the next question. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Fine. So for this question, we require some information like, suppose the two circles are touching. Suppose the two circles are touching each other. It is given that the two circles are touching each other. That means if the two circles are touching each other, that means the case which we'll get is either the two circles will be touching externally, touching externally, or the two circles will be touching internally. The two circles touching internally. Okay, if the two circles are touching externally, so suppose this is the distance between them. This is the distance between the center of the circle. So this distance will be R1 plus R2, where R1 is the radius of the first circle, R1 is the radius of the first circle, and R2 is the radius of the second circle. If this is the condition which satisfies, that means the circle touches externally, and if so, this is the distance between their centers. This is the distance between their centers, and if the touched circles touching internally, then you guessed it right, mod of R1 minus R2. Mod of R1 minus R2. This is R1 and this is R2. Understood? So these are the two conditions. These are the conditions for circles touching each other. Remember, if the circle is touching each other, that means it will only touch at one point. The touching means only at one point. If they are talking about two circles, then if they are touching, then it will be only at one point. It is a very specific term. Touching means this or this. This or this. Touching means this or this. This is not touching. This is not touching. This is intersecting. This is intersecting. Okay, and this, if there is touching, if circles are giving us touching each other, that means it is either externally or internally. Understood? If they are giving intersection, that means this part. This is what they call as intersection. This is not termed as intersection. Okay, fine. Okay, and if they are not touching or not intersecting, that means the circle will be separated. The circles will be separated. Fine. Okay. Now let's do a question on this. Something based on this concept. So the question given is a circle of radius 2. A circle of radius 2 lies in the first quadrant. The circle with radius 2 lies in the first quadrant and touches both the axes of the coordinate. And it touches both axes of coordinate. Okay, I have this part is clear. Fine. Then find the equation of the circle. Then find the equation of the circle. Find the equation of the circle with center at 6, 5, with center at 6, 5, and touching the above circle externally. Okay, so what they're giving is, they're giving one of the circle as the circle radius 2 lies on the first quadrant and touches both axes of the coordinate. This is the first circle they're giving, and they're asking you to find the equation of the circle which touches this circle externally and whose center is 6, 5. Okay, find this circle. Okay, find the equation, we'll solve this. Okay, let's see. So what they are asking is that this is the circle. Suppose this is these are the coordinate axes, and there is a circle lying in the first quadrant such that the circle touches the coordinate axis. The circle touches the coordinate axis, and the radius of the circle is 2. That means, suppose if this is the center, the height will from here this height will be 2, and this length will also be equals to 2. So that means what will be the center of the circle? 2 comma 2. If this 2 comma 2 is the center of the circle, right? And the radius is also 2. Okay. Now what they are saying is that there is a circle whose center is 6 comma 5. 6 comma 5. So let's assume this is the point 6 comma 5, and this circle touches this circle externally, and this circle touches this circle externally. So let's assume this is the circle whose center is 6 comma 5, and this circle touches this particular circle externally. So what happens if I join these two lines? So suppose this was the center. If I join these two lines, this line will be equals to the distance between these two centers, which is 6 comma 5 and 2 comma 2. This distance will be the distance between the point 6 comma 5 and 2 comma 2, and this distance will also be equals to the sum of the radius of the two circles. Okay, so this is R1, this is R2. Okay, so that means the distance, so this is C1, let's take, this is C2. So C1 C2 will be nothing but under the root of 6 minus 2 whole square plus 5 minus 2 plus 5 minus 2 whole square. So C1 C2 will be nothing but under the root of 6 minus 2 4 whole square 16 plus 5 minus 2 3 whole square 9. This will be under the root of 25, that means 5. So that means C1 C2 is nothing but 5. C1 C2 is nothing but 5, and C1 C2 should be equals to R1 plus R2. So 5 should be equals to 2 plus R2. So what will the value of R2? R2 will be equals to 5 minus 2 will be equals to 3. So this is okay. That means the circle R2, the circle which is touching the circle given, is of radius 3. That means this length is 3. Okay. Now they are asking us to find the equation of the circle. They are asking us to find the equation of the circle whose center is 6 comma 5 and whose radius is 3. Whose center is 6 comma 5 and whose radius is 3. So how can we find the equation of the circle? The equation of the circle will be nothing but x minus x1, x minus the center, x minus 6 whole square plus y minus x minus 6 whole square plus y minus 5 whole square should be equals to the radius square. X minus 6 whole square plus y minus 5 should be equals to the radius square. Radius square is what? Radius square is 9. Understood? So this is x square plus 36 minus 12x plus y square minus 10y plus 25 equals to 9. Let's simplify this. This will become x square plus y square minus 12x minus 10y plus this will become 36 minus 9 plus 52 equal to 0. Okay, so this is the required equation of the circle. Fine. Suppose if they had asked that if they are touching internally, if they have to find the equation of the circle which is touching internally, then what we will do? We will find the distance between the two circles, and that distance will be equal to the modulus of R1 minus R2. Understood? That will be the distance between R1 mod of R1 minus R2. So we'll get two such kind of circles. Understood? Okay. So two such kind of circle will look something like this. Suppose this is already the circle given to us. So suppose this is already a circle given to us. For such circle, the center, suppose center is given, will be having either this. Okay. If the center was given inside the circle, then this will be that circle. If the center was given outside the circle, then this would be that circle. for touching internally case. For touching internally. Okay, if the center is lying outside, then this will be the circle, this is touching internally. If the center is lying inside the circle, then this will be the touching circle touching internally. Okay, I hope everybody understood. Fine, let's move on to the next. Okay, now the question is based on the concept that suppose a circle is given. Okay, a circle is given and an external point is given then what will be the maximum and minimum distance of this point from this circle? What will be the maximum and minimum distance of this point from this circle? So suppose this was the center of the circle. What I'll do, I will join this line. I will join these 2 points. This is center of the circle and the point given to us. I will join these 2 points. This is C, this is B. This is suppose A, this is B. Okay. So what does AB becomes? This AB is equals to diameter. AB is equals to diameter. Okay. Then what will be the maximum distance? Maximum distance will be AP. The distance between the point and the circle. This will be the maximum distance, because see, if this point, if you will lift up, if you take any other point, then this line will keep on getting shorter and shorter and shorter. Then this line will keep on getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So if you take this point, if you take suppose this point, this line is much shorter than this one. If you take at this point, this line is shorter. If you take this point, this line is much shorter. And it will keep on reducing till which point? Till this point, till the point P. So this is the shortest distance. So the longest distance between a point P and the circle C, between the point P and the circle will be PA. PA will be the longest distance. Okay, and the shortest distance will be between a point P and a circle will be PB. The shortest distance will be PB. Understood? And what is PA? PA is nothing but this, and PC is the center of the circle, P is the point. So P is nothing but PC plus radius. Okay, PA is nothing but PC. PC is what? Resistance between the point and the center. Circle will be given, the center is given indirectly, and point is already given. So PA is equals to PC plus R, and PB is what? PB is what? PB is equals to PC minus R. Okay, so these are the two shortest. This is the longest, and these are the shortest distance between a point and a circle. Okay, if a circle is given and a point is given, you can always find the shortest and the longest distance between them. Okay, let's do a question based on that. Let's check this one once. This is very basic, very conceptual. Okay, let's do a question based on that. So they have given a circle of radius 2. They have given a circle of radius 2 lies in the first. So they have given find the shortest and the largest distance from a point 2, -7 to a circle x square plus y square minus 14x minus 10y minus 151 equal to 0. X square plus y square minus 14x minus 10y minus 151 equal to 0. Fine. Okay. So one thing that in the previous theory, I have assumed that the point is outside. I have assumed that the point is outside. Okay. Now what will happen? What will happen if the point is inside the circle? What will happen if the point is inside the circle? If you look at this particular question, you will notice that this particular point is lying inside the circle. This particular point is lying inside the circle. Okay. So for a point to lie inside the circle, so suppose this is the circle, and this is the center, and suppose this is the point P. If this is the center and this is the point P, if this point is lying inside the circle, then what will be the minimum and the largest distance between the point and the circle? Okay. So what we can do, if I'll take this, so this is A, suppose, and this is B. Okay. If I'll take this line and if I'll keep on, so if I'll take any other point, this point, if I'll make, this is shorter than this line, if I'll again, this is shorter than this one, it will keep on decreasing, till which point? Till this. Okay. So the longest distance will be AB, the largest distance will be AB, where AB is AP, largest distance will be AP, where what is AP? AP is nothing but AP is equals to radius plus CP. AP is equals to nothing but radius plus CP. In the previous one, we got AP is equals to PC plus the radius. So in this case also, we will get R plus or radius plus PC. We'll get the same thing. PC plus the radius. This is R, this is PC. Understood? Now, the shortest distance will be PB. In the previous case, we added both of them. We subtracted both of them. PC minus R. Okay. In this case also, what we will do? We'll subtract. But because PC is shorter than radius, what we will do? R minus PC. In the previous case, what we did? PC minus R. In this case, what we did? R minus PC. Okay. So in the previous case, the largest distance was R plus CP, and the shortest distance was PC minus R. Okay. In this case, what we did? Shortest distance is R minus PC. Okay. So what we can do is we can write a general result that the largest distance between a point and the circle, will be always R plus PC. Thus, this is the largest distance. And the shortest distance between a point and the circle, the point is inside or outside, largest. Shortest distance between a point and the circle being inside or outside, it makes no difference. R minus PC mod. Modulus of R minus PC. Where R is what? Radius of the circle. P is what? The point, and C is the center. Okay. Just look at this. We finish the class now. Sir will give you a link. You just go to that link and join the session which Murli sir will be taking. After that, you have to come back to the original to the JE session, and you have to continue the class with Murli sir, which is physics. Okay, just check this one, and sir will give you a link. Ranjit sir. Hello. Yeah, he'll be here shortly. Okay, just check this one. I'll show you the slides once again from the beginning. Just check them if you want to take the screenshot.